If you're watching this video, you've probably made it to the end of the semester, so congratulations, and we're now ready to create the portfolios. So the first step is to download your essays temporarily to your own computer so that you can then upload them to the portfolio. So we start by going to the Assignments tab and scroll down to your assignments, and what you're going to do is go into each assignment and view it again, just like you were going to read the comments, but this time you're going to be downloading all these drafts to your computer storage, to a folder where you will find them easily, to the desktop or to documents. So I'm going to go in a different way because I can't go through your view. So just give me a second to get some sample essays up here. This is an older course. And I'm just going to take a sample student from this course to show you how to do this. Okay, so you would go into each individual assignment, but the procedure is the same. So you will start with, let's say, your last, which is a self-assessment essay, and you'd open that up, just like I say, just like you're going to view the comments. Of course, you won't have any comments on this one because it's only a one draft essay in most cases. But once it opens, you want to download it. The download arrow is here on your right toolbar frame. So you just click on that, and you have three options. Now, for the self-assessment essay, you want to download it as originally submitted, which will just simply recopy this as a Word document and save it to your draft as a Word file. So I've already saved this before the video, so I'm not going to actually do it again, but you would click there as originally submitted and just pick where you want it to go, name it self-assessment essay, and save it. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. So let's say we've saved that one. Now we're going to start with your actual drafted essays. Start with the final draft of the first essay. So for this student, let's say it's 1.4 is her final draft. Final draft of the first essay, right? So we open that again. And for this, it's the same procedure. We go to the download arrow, download as originally submitted, and however you get your pop-up window, name it. In this case, you want to call it probably 1.4, okay, and then save it, and so on. Again, this final draft of the essay, save as originally submitted. Now, the other ones are going to be a little different. That's why I emphasize that here. Okay. So now we're ready to go to the rough drafts of this essay. So the next one in line would be 1.3. So we open that. Now these are going to be a little different. There's a different way to save these, just slightly different. So here, download as current view. And the reason you want to do that is it will save it with all the comments that you're seeing there. I'll show you how this looks. So we're going to save this as current view and prepare the document. You can see it's working. It's going to make this into a PDF. And then again, you'll give it a title like, let's say, 1.3, right? And then you'll save it to your desktop. It's 1.3. And let's see if I can grab it down here. This is what it looks like. So the bubbles are all there, but you can't actually get the comment by mousing over them, but they're numbered. So if you go to the bottom of the document, you'll see the comments in order that they appear on the paper, and the main text comment at the beginning. Okay, so that's how we download that one, and all the early drafts, all the drafts except for the final draft, are downloaded in that same way. In other words, you download them as current view. Okay, so just to review that again, bring up your previous, we already did that one. Let's say draft 2 would be next. Bring up that, and it's going to be the same procedure. Download as current view. Okay, and that's it. And you go to the last one in this case, which would be the first one, the first draft of the essay, and download it the same way. Okay, once you've done that, all your drafts are downloaded. And now we can see how to create the portfolio. So to do that, we go to My Portfolios up here. You can also go to this. I have to be careful here, so I don't want to pause my video. But anyway, you can also get to this My Portfolios homepage from this top link here with the down arrow. It'll take you, if you get a drop-down menu there that will say Tools, and it'll take you to the same place. But we can go normally from My Portfolios at your top frame bar there. So once you get into My Portfolios, you're going to see you probably have nothing here because you haven't created any portfolios. I have a few of them in here. So this will be blank, but what we're going to do once we go to My Portfolios is begin to create the portfolio. Right there, create portfolio. Now, from here on, I'm just going to demonstrate my written instructions. The written instructions break this down step by step, and all those documents you can find in course documents in Blackboard under portfolio support documents, and you will see examples of the self-assessment essay, criteria for the self-assessment essay, and also the portfolio instructions. I'll show you that tab later in case you don't know where it is. But right now I'm going to take you through the process. So the first thing you want to do is give your portfolio a title like English 12 Portfolio. I'm just going to abbreviate a little bit here. And I've got a number of these in here, so I'm just going to put an X there so I know which one it is. I'm going to go back to look at it. And you can give it a description if you want, not really necessary, but you do want to uncheck comments are private. And so far, that's all we have to do. And we can just submit this. And this will start to take us to the and you can skip the tour here because that's what I'm giving you now. No thanks. Now, we want to give our portfolio a header. So again, let's call it English 12 Portfolio. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. You know, if you want to give it a fancier name, you can, but that's generally good enough. Then you want to save at each step, so you can go on to the next step. So once you save, we have page 1 here. Now, what I like to do, I'm going to show you how to make a one-page portfolio because I think it's a little easier to navigate rather than putting each set of essays on a separate page. But you could, if you wanted to, add pages here and then put each set of essays on a separate page. We're going to make a one-page portfolio since it's mostly links anyway. All right, but here I like to put my name on it, or your name rather. Because this is going to be the page for the entire portfolio. And we save that. Then we go to section 1. Now, each section from here on, we're going to add parts of the portfolio. So the first thing we want to add is a self-assessment essay. right? And of course, you want to double check your spelling there. Now, in this case, since this is only one draft essay, and what we want this to do is pop up right away in your portfolio, we don't want to have to go through a link to get to it. So we're just going to copy and paste it right into there. So now in this case, I will have to go back to my computer where I had that self-assessment essay, open it up, and then copy it. It'll look better. Don't worry about that once we get it in. And copy that and paste it into the text field there. Now, Blackboard will not let you do a paste command, so you have to do Control V. Okay, Control on your keypad, Control and letter V like Victor, and there it is. See, looks better, right? So there's your self-assessment essay. Now we can save that, and it kind of shows you there what it's looking like. By the way, you can review this at any point if you want to see what it looks like. But we're going to go on now. Each time you add a section after you save, you have to plus go to the next section. Now, in this section, we're going to begin uploading the drafts of the essay. So we're going to start with what we call the capstone project, which is really probably your first essay. It's the essay you put the most work into. So most of us were able to put more time on the first essay, and we did more readings for that. So we're going to make that our capstone project. And the first thing we're going to do is upload the final draft of the capstone, right? Now, in this case, we're going to add this as an artifact, okay? Now, here's how we do it. We click on Add Artifact, and we have to add personal artifacts to find that artifact. And we give it a title. In this case, it's going to be, we just call it Final Draft, because we already know from the title to the section that's the capstone essay. So you can just go like that. Give it a title. Then you're going to go down and browse it and find it on your computer. See? And we know we saved it to desktop, right? Okay, so the final draft, there it is, 1.4, and we save that as originally submitted, which is why it's a Word document instead of PDF. We're going to open that up, go down, scroll down, you'll see, so you can double check that you're adding the right thing. We're just going to submit it. And there it is, shows up there. So if we clicked on that now, we don't have to do it. We'll look at it later. We'll see a clean draft, final draft, without any comments that might have been on there, because we want to see the final draft clean. That's why we downloaded that one, just like your self-assessment essay as originally submitted. All right, and then we're done with this section, actually. So let's see. We're going to go down. We're going to save that. And now we're going to add another section. And here, we're still in the capstone, but the rough drafts, or earlier drafts, if you want to call them that, whatever you like. Now, same procedure, except we're going to add several artifacts to this section. So we go in, add artifact, add personal artifact. Now we're calling it, so we had 4, right? So this is draft 3 we're going to look for now. So let's go find that, browse, hope you're not getting drowsy with the browsing. Okay, and now there it is, because I had downloaded it earlier as current view, remember, and on this one, it's a PDF, and when we open it and submit it, right? Again, double check, submit, and whenever the readers see this, they're going to see the PDF with the comments like I showed you before. Right now, we're going to go back and add the rest of the drafts right here without moving on. So we're going to add artifact, add personal artifact. Now we're looking at draft 2, right? Aren't we? Yes. So we're going to go down, browse, to open, submit. Okay. And now add artifact, personal artifact, draft 1, browse, one, open, submit. And that's it for that essay. So we can save that now. And we're done with that section. Now we go into the next section, and now we add the next essay, or the second essay. And we call this, that was the essay topic, basically. Same thing. Final draft. Now I'm going to use the same set of essays just for demonstration. I didn't actually download a set of essay 2s from the student, but we'll just use the same set. So again, final draft. We already know what it is a draft of. Browse. And again, we're going to take the final. The final would be the Word document. Open. Submit. Right? And that's all we want in that first section, because we want to keep the final drafts as a separate link, so just to distinguish them from the earlier drafts. And then we do that. Go on to our next section. And this is the last section of the portfolio. Keep the same phrasing. I was going to almost put in earlier drafts there. Might as well just keep it the same. No need to change it. Just pick one or the other. Same thing. Add personal artifact. Final. Oh, I'm sorry. I already did the final. Draft 3, right? Because this is the last in the series of rough drafts before the final. That's going to download it with the comments again. It's a PDF. Submit. And add the next draft. I think I'll just do 2 this time, because you can get the idea here. I don't think I need to add personal artifact, title. You keep going to the final draft, or back to the first draft, and browse. But let's just assume this one only had 3 drafts, which was all that was required anyway. We know there's another one back there, but submit. Okay, now I got all the drafts. Now we save. Now, that's really the entire portfolio except for a couple of minor things. So if we can go up now, and we can say done editing, or we can just review. Let's say done, because we did the whole thing. Either way, it's going to take you back. Now let's find the portfolio. That's why I put the X on it. somewhere in here. Why don't I? There it is. Now, we have choices here. We can edit, view, or more, right? Now, let's just view it to see what it looks like so far. So, here we see it. There's our English 12 portfolio header. There's our name. And there's our self-assessment essay. See? And in this case, of course, she already had her name on there, but probably could have taken that off since you already have the name at the top. But in any case, here's the self-assessment. There's the capstone final draft, the capstone rough drafts, then the second essay, final draft, and rough draft. See, it's nice and neat. Now, what you can do at this point is customize it a little bit. Basically, that means you could change the layout, but the layouts aren't that much different. They just flush right, flush left, more or less. But this is nice because you can pick a different little background, if you want like that, or something more cheery, citrus in there, and you're feeling like tropical, whatever. So you can save this, and that's nice. I like that one. It looks nice. Makes me think of what do you call of Fui, that ice cream. Well, I can't remember. Anyway, save it. Sherbet. Thank you. Looks like orange sherbet, which might be nice, summertime. Anyway, so there it is, and that's your portfolio. Now we can close that if you're happy. Now the only thing left is to submit it to the assignment. So I'll show you that in a second, but you could also, if you wanted to, you could delete it or download it if you want a copy of it, which might be nice. Or if you forgot something or wanted to change something, you can always go back and edit it, and it'll take you right back. It takes you back as far as the header. Okay, and done editing. So now the only thing we have to do is submit this to the assignment. So for this, I have to go back out of here into the course, which might take a few clicks. Need to get back there. Some point I'll get back there, or I might have to go out and come back in. Okay, so now we're back to the course. So at this point, what you would do is go to the portfolio assignment. It's not a Turnitin assignment. It's a regular a Blackboard assignment. So you go to course assignments to find that, or you might just have the tab assignments. It could be under there too, wherever it is. Let's see, assignments. I don't think it's in. It might be on yours. I'm not sure where it is on yours, whether it's in the assignment tabs. It might be there either at the beginning or at the end of the assignment list. Otherwise, it would be under course assignments up here. But this is what you're looking for. It just says PF. You click on that. You just click on the assignment there, on the PF, and you just follow the directions. Now, you already created, so you want to select, see? And then you find your portfolio. Now, you'll only have one, so it won't be a big deal. I have a lot. I'm going to click the bubble next to the item, and then you submit it. You didn't actually submit it yet. You're going to get another chance before you submit it. You have an option to remove it if you change your mind or want to go back and change something. But if you're ready to submit it, at this point, you just click submit, and it will submit it to the assignment. Now, I can't submit to my own assignment, but that will be the last step. You actually submit it to the assignment. You have to do that, or nobody's going to be able to see your portfolio. Okay, so that's the whole video. I hope this works. You can always go back and replay it if you if you are unsure, but just to review the submission process again, if you want, click, once you create the portfolio, click on the assignment, click Select Portfolio, find the portfolio, submit, and then submit again, okay? So the only other thing, I want to show you where to find the various documents that support the process. So those are all in course documents. And sorry about that. Try that again. If you scroll down, sorry about the long video there, you're going to find portfolio support documents, and the PF instructions on your course. This is going to be the last document, but that's a document you're looking for. You also have sample self-assessment essays in here, as well as some other information on how to, well, you don't have to worry about too much. The evaluation criteria, but you don't have to worry too much about those. But the main thing is the portfolio instructions and the self-assessment examples when you write your self-assessment essay. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, feel free. I hope this helps. And as I say, you can also just follow the instructions step by step. It takes you through exactly the same procedure. I don't cover downloading the essays from Turnitin to the computer on the instructions, just the creation of the portfolio and submission to the assignment. Have a great rest of the semester, such as it is.